At 79, Barry Gibb is finally opening up about the truth he has carried in silence for years. The truth about his brother, his bandmate, and the other half of his creative soul, Robin Gibb. For decades, fans only saw the Bee Gees as a united front, three brothers rising, falling, reinventing, and soaring again. But behind the spotlight, Barry reveals there existed a turbulent, emotional, and deeply complicated bond between him and Robin, one filled with admiration, rivalry, heartbreak, and an unspoken love that neither brother fully expressed until it was too late. Barry says the world never understood just how different he and Robin truly were. While Barry was steady, disciplined, and focused on maintaining the Bee Gees' direction, Robin was the emotional heart, mercurial, intuitive, passionate, and sometimes unpredictable. These differences fueled some of the Bee Gees' greatest masterpieces, but they also ignited explosive arguments, long periods of silence, and decisions that tore at the brothers' connection. Barry admits that at the height of their fame, he and Robin clashed constantly over the band's musical direction. Robin felt overshadowed by Barry's deeper voice and natural leadership role, believing his own haunting vocals were too often sidelined. Barry confesses that these moments still eat at him because Robin never wanted dominance. He wanted recognition, respect, and to feel valued. Barry says the media often portrayed Robin as difficult, but what the world didn't know was that Robin was battling anxiety, emotional fragility, and an overwhelming fear of losing his identity in the massive shadow of the Bee Gees. He says Robin's sensitivity wasn't a weakness. It was the very thing that made his voice so timeless and soul-piercing. Things became even more painful when Robin left the Bee Gees briefly in 1969. Barry now reveals that Robin didn't leave because of ego, as tabloids claimed, but because he felt unheard, unseen, and pushed aside during a time when he needed his brothers most. Barry admits he mishandled the conflict, choosing pride over compassion, and says this is one of his deepest regrets. Though the brothers eventually reunited, the emotional crack between them never fully closed. Still, whenever Barry and Robin stood together in a booth, harmonizing, everything else melted away. Barry insists that some of their best songs, like How Deep Is Your Love and Stayin' Alive, only exist because Robin's emotional intensity pushed Barry to new creative heights. But the most heartbreaking truth Barry reveals is about the years leading up to Robin's death. He recalls how Robin's health declined faster than anyone expected, and how Robin tried to mask his pain with hope, humor, and work. Barry says he felt powerless as he watched his brother struggle, unable to stop the inevitable. He acknowledges that there were things left unsaid, things he wishes he had told Robin before it was too late. Barry describes sitting alone after Robin passed, realizing that his world had become unbearably quiet. The harmonies that defined their lives were suddenly incomplete. He says losing Robin felt like losing a limb, a piece of his own identity, and the only person who truly understood the emotional language of their shared childhood, fame, and grief. Now, at 79, Barry Gibb says the truth he's finally sharing is not about scandal, it's about love, regret, gratitude, and the irreplaceable connection he had with Robin. He wants the world to know that Robin wasn't just the Bee Gee with a high voice, but a poetic soul who lived with a depth of feeling few could comprehend. Barry says Robin's legacy is forever etched into every note they ever recorded and into his own heart. Even now, he whispers, I still hear him when I sing.